Hi everyone, it's Yuri Kuzamko, and today in this video I want to talk about how to establish strong brand awareness. So this topic is very popular for people who are starting up their brands and thinking about their growth, and this is true. And to explain you exactly, I would like to show you this. So first of all, what is brand awareness, right? What is brand awareness? Basically, in that example, we can think about any kind of starting up brands, right? Which not a lot of people knows about, and the giants. Let's say Apple, right? So Apple has a huge brand awareness, and usually we buying the iPhones not because we see the ad, but because we found that our neighbor has the iPhone, or we found other people tell us that this is awesome smartphone, and we tried it as well. So, and this is kind of creates for us this word of mouth, right? This word of mouth which help increase our sales. But why do you need brand awareness, right? Basically, as I mentioned previously, it is the word of mouth, right? Because you will not just need to run the ads to get sales, but also a lot of people will know about your brand, right? And thus they will make purchase from word of mouth. And what is the benefit of making sales that way? Is that you will gain pure profit, because for any marketing activity, any digital advertising campaign, you should pay, and thus your profit will be much lower than if you will not need to pay for any marketing. And if you establish strong brand awareness, of course you will still run some ad campaigns and everything, and you're making aware that your ad campaigns up bring you some profit, but all the other sales that coming from the word of mouth are really pure profit. And this is something like, let's say, Nike doing, right? So for instance, I'm buying Nike shoes because not because I found the ad and I clicked the ad, right? But because I was thinking about it, I need new footwear, and then I recall all the brands and the comfortable brands I know that making footwear, and I found Nike and I love it, and I just bought it because I'm aware of this brand, right? This is kind of brand reality, brand awareness, whatever way you prefer to call it. And to start thinking about, okay, so how we can build this strong brand awareness, right? So we know what it is, we know why do we need it, how we can build it, and basically, like, this is what people usually doing to establish strong brand awareness. Of course, they're not just laying down and smoking, but they're doing one of these three things. So they basically running some kind of an ad campaigns, so brand media ad campaigns. Showing presenting the brand, right? They're focusing on the brand. So basically they're focusing on creating billboard ads, so people will see the brand name, the product. Like they create different kind of ads that will not have like direct call to action, but rather catch up on people's eyes, and they will see the brand, and they will recall this brand in their minds, right? Also, people running some kind of lead generation advertising campaigns. And why? Because like usually it's much harder to convince people to buy something than to just check out something or even leave their email, right? So that's why the lead generation make campaigns also people using for brand awareness. And yeah, it's these strategies are definitely in positive way influencing the brand awareness, and also they influencing the amount of people who know about your product, but they still have some kind of a downside. And the biggest downside of the brand awareness marketing campaigns is the big investments, right? Because if you're focusing not on the sales but just on the brand awareness, you need to invest your money in, and ads consuming your money continuously in huge amounts, right? So it means like you continuously need to put big figures in your ads, and yeah, and this is what we need to have, right? The big investments. And the other thing is implicit results. So you don't know like which amount of people are aware of your brand. You can track the reach of your ads, right? And you can track whatever the impressions, but you don't know how many people from that who show you ad, for that who hit like, or for that who even visited, who left the email, will keep in mind your brand as a really great brand for the particular product, say sneakers or smartphone or whatever, right? So you can have clear understanding of here, like what is the level of your brand awareness. Furthermore, let's say you know that you just assume that for the, let's say, for the 100 people who like your ad, let's say 20 of them will really remember your brand, right? So how can you be sure that these 20 will influence your brand in some positive way, right? So this is something we haven't clear here. And also, like, people after that kind of activities, after brand awareness focused marketing, people will know your brand, but they will not usually associate it with something they really want, right? So I find a lot of big companies doing the ads, and I see these ads all the time, and they even started annoying me. And when it comes to the product like this, I'm recalling this company thinking, okay, another company like that, and I started searching somebody else. But a lot of people doing that, right? So this is, first of all, we need to big investments. We don't know how it works, and we don't know whether all of these people who really check it out, they will remember this brand as something they want, right? And okay, so the question comes up: what is the optimized strategy to bring your brand awareness, right? What are the optimal strategies to doing so? And this is through sales. It's obvious, right? Or maybe not, but the more sales you make, the more people will know your product. The more people will tell about your product, the more people will want your product, the more people feedback you bring, and all these mores will bring you more and more and more. And the more people have your product, the more people want your product. This is the particular law, right? Nothing, something special. And it's okay, it's obvious, right? But most of people think, okay, isn't the sales is the reason for establishing brand awareness? And I say, yes, we're establishing brand awareness for getting more sales, right? But this is also, this is not only the reason, but also a tool for establishing brand awareness. So we have the reason, and the reason itself, not just sales, but profitable sales, because as I mentioned previously, having a strong brand awareness will lead us to a lot of word of mouth, and thus the purchases, without spending in marketing so much. But having more sales will also lead us to more brand awareness. And here, to establish the best way to establish strong brand awareness in focusing on a sales as a tool for brand awareness, not as a result of brand awareness. Of course, it's going to be a result, but first of all, it's a tool. And this might seem obvious, but I want also to tell you the difference between the marketing of well-established brands and starting out ones. So basically, you see this picture. This picture shows you some kind of feeling of the difference, right? In any sense, and the well-established brand awareness brands, they are more focusing on getting sales. Of course, the starting out brands too, but sometimes people losing a sense and more getting for the brand awareness side of thing. I explained the downsides of it, but basically the difference of the well-established brands and starting up is, first of all, the temperature of traffic. If we consider some kind of brands like, let's say, Nike, or I don't know, Adidas, or whatever, Samsung or Apple, right? They probably don't have cold traffic. And under cold traffic, I mean people who are unaware of the brand, completely unaware, right? They have all the traffic warm. People at least know their brand. They don't necessarily hot. They don't necessarily want their products at the moment or at all, but they know this brand. Everyone knows Apple. Who don't know Apple? I don't know. Even my grandma knows. I don't know who don't know the Apple, right? So this is the temperature of traffic. And when you're talking about small brand, they don't have such a brand. They have a lot of cold traffic. You even don't know about it. So, and the reason of marketing strategies for strong brand awareness and small brand awareness is that strong brand awareness requires less things to do. So you don't need to create different kind of complicated content strategies. You just can post, check out our new product or our sales or anything like that, and people know that this is Nike. They have awesome products and they release new product. I need to check it out definitely. Oh, these new sneakers, I need to buy them. I not necessarily need to read the reviews or research. I just buy because I know Nike doing this. Oh, it's new iPhone. Do you asking other people, usually when I buy a new iPhone, how do they feel about this brand and everything? No, people just buy iPhone, right? And when it comes to the small brands or starting up brands, we need to more emphasize the kind of blue ocean, right? I mentioned this term previously, the blue ocean strategy of this brand. For instance, let's say our brand developed new sneakers, right? And this is not our regular sneakers, because there are tons of brands who are making sneakers, Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Puma, whatever, right? But our sneakers are designed for, let's say, hiking, and they're making from 100% sustainable materials, and they are waterproof and breathable, right? And they have all these features, and they are super light, and they are priced like as low as you know, as Nikes, right? And it means like that our sneakers are 100% better than Nikes, and they're 50% cheaper than Nikes, and this is huge, right? This is great opportunity for our brand. But we can't just show people our sneakers and say buy them. We need to gradually make them into. We need to find their awareness stage, whether they want sneakers as they want. If want, we need to explain all these features. We need to understand their needs. We do it in both places. We do it in our ad, right? We show it on our picture. We show it on our landing page, on our funnel. We emphasizing through video, through pages, through photos, and this is what called traffic. And this is this kind of ad campaigns which doing all of that things. This kind of system, right? This system is directed to grow the sales if the brands even don't have brand awareness, and thus establish brand awareness. So that was it for today. Nothing special. Everything seems to be really trivial, right? How to grow brand awareness, but just, you know, just my investigations, what I learned and what I see, how usually these brand awareness happens. So if you like this video, feel free to give me feedback about it, whatever you prefer, and I'm looking forward to tell you something interesting in my next video. Thanks for watching this. Bye.